seclorum, e pluribus unum. They changing climates and replacing humans and fracking soils while bulldozing forests. But they can't defeat us, they could not destroy us.
Are we dreaming the same dream of money, guns, and gasoline?
For the average team, CFOs are after cream. GMOs extracting genes with everyone on my GPS.
Giants, everything is shaking through the walls. 'Cause we are giants.
One win in the bank. How many more to come? I'm Larry Ridley.
Two teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run it here. This is James White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3. Yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Wilson. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Wilson. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now Sanders. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now going to get a timeout by the offense. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it'll be 1st down Detroit.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
Now a play fake here on first down. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So second down, 3 yards to go now.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. Now McNair off the play fake. Out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Steve McNair, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Time running out here on the play clock. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And they're able to ground it in there on the two-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for two, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for two early? That's what people are wondering about.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Jacob Shum now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Yeah, Sanders now to return. Look at the spin.
Balance.
It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. A first down carry for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, here's Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Now McNair escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, it's McNair. They set up the screen for Henry. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he's able to get it down. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. On second down, McNair. Forced out to his left. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. Two yards to go here on third down. From the gun, here's McNair. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Michael Crabtree, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And now following the timeout, we'll see if the offense tries to change things up. Now a handoff to Henry. And he is in to make it 16-0. So two successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now Wilson on second down. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the legend, Ray Nitschke. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Touchdown, Detroit. Michael Crabtree, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Derrick Henry. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries, still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start to... And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
This for a tough choice early on. Which direction they go here is going to say a lot about what this team wants to do. Boy, you talk about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around. Boy, you talk about a friendly turn to the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here.
Let me get the full scope. Hold up. Full screen HD. Let me take another picture.
We've seen Dallas represented once already. Could another Cowboy be joining the fold? Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best? Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into the starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade. What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skill play? Yeah, maybe not the pick that's going to change this team's fortune, but he is an improvement over what they had. Instant impact right there. That's a big leap forward from what they had on the roster to begin with. And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster. A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here? Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here, or get yourself some help up front? Boy, you can't go wrong with anybody out of this group. And there's a pick that does fill a hole, but I'm not sure that it's really going to be the one that improves the overall squad a tremendous amount. And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. We've just gotten started here, and already these guys have been... And that's a pick that'll solve a lot of problems out there. He'll fit in nicely. And this is a big piece of the puzzle right here. Maybe a no-brainer, but a great pick regardless. Could we see another Buffalo Bill come off the board here? So with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself, do you dare go for depth, or do you just try to cover as many areas of the field as possible? Tough call here. Do you try and get tougher up front? And I think that pick comes to the surprise of nobody. You had to figure they lean that way if a player from that team became available. Excellent selection. Just what this team needs to maybe get him over the hump. Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before. Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of time left to do anything about it. Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to him or go after someone who can help you up front? Always a tough decision, offense or defense. It's all about finding the right balance when you're putting a team together. Both offensive and defensive options here. They might have to ask themselves which side of the ball needs more attention. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight, oh, did they get themselves a player here or what? Yeah, no surprise here. Anytime you can get your hands on a player of his caliber, I think you pretty well have to pull the trigger. It's so important to find players you can really commit to in these first few rounds. You'd hate to have to readdress these same positions later on. Oh, I tell you, you're not going to get too far in this competition without a superstar or two. And this guy right here, certainly, yeah, not too much analysis needed here. This is quite a get at this stage of the draft. The Raiders may not be coming off the best season, but they do have a few good assets. And here's a chance for a second to come off the board. In these middle rounds, you have to start asking. Two words here: difference maker. That's what that pick right there is. Oh, and that's a key upgrade right there. He's versatile, athletic, and a big upgrade over what they had. This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position? Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? And now's where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late. Options here on both sides of the football. It's pretty much of a coin flip if you ask me. And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. Yeah, I don't think you needed a crystal ball to see that pick coming. That's all about loyalty and familiarity right there. Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. to go in this draft, but if you can lock up a few key positions here, boy, you talk about a friendly turn to the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here. Boy, the skills just leap out at you with this guy. He will be a very important part of this ball club. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches or someone who can really help you out at a playmaker type spot? These middle rounds are where your decisions can really impact your... Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice. And this team does have a lot of needs, but this guy is a legitimate star, and he'll make everyone around him better. Well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that player. I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside. And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster. Whoever's making the final decision here might have a coordinator in each year. Do you go offense or defense? It's the age-old question on draft day. What's the bigger need, offense or defense? What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skilled player to add another weapon? Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of time left to do anything about it. Boy, it's finger-crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes, one thing this team's going to need is some leaders, and they've got one right here.
And feel like giving up. Don't you ever get tired of wondering what's wrong or right? Don't you ever get tired and feel like giving up?
All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing. They will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's Hoyer. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 45 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
A little bit of ground to make up. As they face a 2nd and 11. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. A first down throw for Bradford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Peterson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down, here's the run with Peterson. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's third down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Bradford. Jordan Reed has it. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed of the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Now we give to the first man through, and that's Johnson. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Third and goal, Bradford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Bradford to throw for it on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post, but it's not something to panic.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A second down throw for Bradford. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Bradford looking deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing, Bradford. He's going to let it go again. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's 2nd down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back, making his cut? He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead. I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is. Boy, he eats up ground, and he usually goes up and gets it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. This is Reddick on the screen. And he's got room. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. Hoyer. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, he shifts past him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Hoyer, eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now Hoyer. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the 2nd quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Riddick. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring...
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They're going to try and throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go now.
Final play of the half, Bradford. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
And Jones has it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Bradford, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Brockers able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Right, 58, real. Right, 58, real.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Bradford. Dancing to his left. And he will find his man. That's Hogan complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come up in an offset eye. Now a play fake here on 1st down. A left side completion to Jones. And they get 28 yards on that one. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st down. So they're operating in the red zone. Back to the ground, Peterson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The veteran Carlos Dansby in on the stop. And they're going to speed things up here.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Marvin Jones, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start. The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They send Green to the left on his own. Hoyer. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Calais Campbell coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, it's Hyde. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Bengals take possession. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They come out here in the eye. Throwing, Bradford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, though, give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Bradford on 3rd and 2. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Chris Hogan, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmakers.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen?
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and his guys are going to get the...
We've just gotten started here, and already these guys have been handed a really this guy's a rare talent and a huge upgrade over what they had before. Boy, you talk about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around. Boy, you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here. Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's where you may have to go after a lower-rated player just to make sure you get coverage in. Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here? Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition. Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player, or do you go after a position of need? And there's a pick that'll certainly help. Maybe not an impact signing, but you're not going to hit a home run every round. The Bears have been represented here already. It wouldn't be a shock to see a second come off the board here. And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late. These are tough decisions here, offense or defense. Which side has the more pressing need? Tough call here. Do you try and get tougher up front or get yourself a player in what we call a skill position? A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here? Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your